Well, you're very welcome to Dalymount Park for a most unusual Dublin derby. Yes, it's just past 20 past 11 on a Sunday morning, but Hold Me Now is ringing out around Fitzborough as we await Bohemians and Shamrock Rovers. Faced up by Paddy Kirk, options in the box. Ferrugia comes across, he's under pressure from Kavanagh, who's been pulled out of position. Hoare. Ferrugia looks up, left foot across towards the back post. Dale Rooney does his job. It's only as far as Gary O'Neill though, and Rovers have set up camp now in the Bows half. Burke's under pressure from Adam McDonald, great turnover from him. Tierney looks for James Clark, but Lopez is first to it. Burke is under pressure from Rooney, he does well. Lopez out to Hoare. Rovers, he's got plenty of runners. Looks for Honohan, it's read by Smith well. O'Neill, McNulty turns inside, McNulty's going to shoot. And Taraska has to dive down to his near post and save.
Yeah, decent effort by McNulty, sharp turn. It was the first kind of period of possession that we've seen from Shamrock Rovers, and they were able to sustain the attack, eventually finding its feet in at McNulty, and it was a sharp turn, as I say. It gets the shot off as well. Decent save. Probably looked as though the keeper would have wanted to maybe.
Moore's always going to win that one though. McDonald gets up and Kirk has a chance to clean it up, but he gets caught by Dara Burns, who has options in front of him. Burns, Devoy comes across, works really hard. Boston Devoy does really well, snuffs out the danger. Grant has Devoy as an option, nutmegs Hoare, but Lopez is alive to it. Ferrugia looks up, Ferrugia looks like he's going to hit this. Yeah, Ferrugia, and it's a goal for Shamrock Rovers. Left footed strike for Neil Ferrugia, and Taraska just couldn't get down in time, and Rovers leading Fitzborough, and to be honest, in the balance of play, it's probably what they deserve.
Yeah, it's probably been coming, to be fair. They've been looking very dangerous, certainly every attack that they've had, but a brilliant finish by Ferrugia. It's sloppy here from Bohemians. Firstly, Paddy Kirk lets Dara Burns nip in front of him, and then Danny Grant gives it away so loosely on the halfway line. Good ball by Lopez, probably a foul then on Dara Burns, but once Ferrugia picks it up in that central area, first it looks like he's going to strike it, but then he just bends it into that corner. Lovely pass.
In a battle with Dylan Watts, but he gets out muscled. Kavanagh cleans it up, finds Tierney. Tierney looks up. Again, Bowes just no real focal point in the middle.
Yeah, Clark
have to go wide.
How deep Clark is dropping there just to get a touch.
Rooney. Tierney tried to help it on, but Gary O'Neill tidies things up, looks for McNulty, but he's got very little support, and it runs to Kavanagh. Devoy. Rooney's made a run, and Devoy looks for him. It's not a bad ball. Can't quite pull it out of the sky, but it breaks from Dale Rooney. Tierney. 1-1 here at Dalymount Park. Ross Tierney levels matters on 23.5 minutes. His second goal since returning from Scotland, and relief all round at Dalymount Park.
It's a great goal. Dawson Devoy with a brilliant pass over the top, and if you look at the replay, it was the spin on the ball just does Lee grace and allows Rooney in, and he just lays it back. Lovely little cushion pass into Ross Tierney and a brilliant finish. You'll see it here, Dawson Devoy. A fabulous pass over the top. Great run by Rooney, who's been so influential this season. But look at the spin on the ball, just does Lee Grace there, gets caught underneath it. Lovely little pass by Dale Rooney and a great finish.
And you wonder if it's the team that figures out that they just need to play in the right areas and they got opportunities off the opposition. Will be the one who comes out on top. McDonald, another tackle. Clark this time skips past Roberto Lopez. They've got advantage here, Bowes. Rooney left footed. Rooney off the post and across the goal. Oh, what a great effort from Dale Rooney, but Rovers escape. Bowes still have the ball. Liam Smith. Devoy looks for Rooney. Skips past him. Gary O'Neill gets it away, but only as far as Keane Byrne, who wants a free, and he's not going to get it the way Paul McLaughlin's ref in this game. It's the right decision, really. Rooney's in again on the wrong foot. Turns onto his left, Rooney. This one goes over the bar. He wants a corner. He's not getting it. He's furious about it, but the first one was the chance, Alan, and it was a really great effort.
It's a brilliant game. Adam McDonald winning it, thundering into a tackle again. Eventually it finds its way out to Rooney. Always looking to come in on his left foot. Grace, it's too easy for Lee Grace, but once he cuts in, great effort.
McDonald turns, he's got Liam Smith square. He's got Dale Rooney outside him. Tierney's making a nice run in between the centre halves, but not spotted. A tough ball to deliver. Rooney again just misses Liam Smith, has to tidy it up himself, does well to backheel it, does well to beat Honohan. He's got the runner outside him. Instead he goes towards Adam McDonald, who's in. McDonald keeps it alive. Poles just about gets there, and it was out for a goal kick. Again, just the initial chance, Rooney's touch was heavy, and
he does well in the end then, yeah, because it looks like he's going to lose it, and then he does really well to retrieve it again and just overhits the pass. And that's been kind of indicative of what we've seen in the opening 8 minutes, yet to take life in the second half.
Kavanagh looks for Piszczek, who's got Lopez for company. Piszczek just put him under enough pressure. Piszczek wins it back, and that's going to be a free to Bowes if they get it. Tierney shoots.
He's
comes
hurt.
Off the void.
He's hurt. He's really hurt. They need to get the physio on. He's really hurt, that lad.
It looks like a groin. It's going to be a yellow card for, I think it's Lee Grace, who's on a yellow.
Yeah.
And Lee Grace is going to walk, and Rovers are down to 10 men for the last 25 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
Piszczek did really well, but he's picked up an injury for his trouble.
Yeah, just the way he was claiming out to the sidelines, it looks like it's serious, Rory.
Rovers might take a point now at this stage, but there's so much quality on the pitch they'll fancy nicking a break, and it breaks the Burns from Android. It's a lovely touch. Burns. Johnny Kenny. Oh, it's just wide from Johnny Kenny. Left-footed shot, curled it. Traska was beaten. He'd probably say he had it covered, but I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did either.
What a touch from Daniel Mondroyo.
Yeah,
I was asleep, like they have been since half-time.
That's it. You're 100% right, Rory. Just even though they're down to 10, there's so many.
Finds Lee Kavanagh and Bowes have a chance to build again. Tierney has a lovely pocket of space just between the lines. If they can find them, it's going to be hard to do it, but Meekison, Devoy's tucked in left. Heavy touch, Devoy gets it away to Jordan Flores. He's pushed forward and he turns. He has a great delivery on him, Jordan Flores, and he's looking for Piszczek. Piszczek's on the end of it, and it's a goal for Bohemians. He only scores against Shamrock Rovers. The Bowes subs are on the pitch. Filip Piszczek, the big pole introduced in the second half, gets his head on a brilliant ball for Jordan Flores, and Bowes lead the derby 2-1.
Oh, it's an unbelievable ball by Flores. We know about his quality, but once he gets into that advanced area, fabulous cross, Rory, and an unbelievable. We mentioned that he's been sharp since he's come on, Piszczek. He is that focal point. He's given them that since Clark has gone off. And he couldn't miss, really. He was in the 6-yard box. The delivery was so good that all he had to do was get his head on it. Poles had no chance.
Are you sure he couldn't have done better? Because it was very close to his body. I know it was point blank. Just to see it here again now.
I think because it's so close, I don't think the keeper can do much about that. It's kind of
just a touch.
But he's heading it in the 6-yard box, to be fair.
Fair enough.
If he saves that, he gets lucky because it just hits off him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like in terms of a reaction. He has to score, put it that way. If the keeper makes a save there, it's a world-class save or a super save, and he might get a bit lucky. So but he has to score, and he did.
And called it right on 3 minutes at half-time, and Bowes be praying that he's not going to add anything else on here, but Rovers will feel that in that injury time spell they did enough to get a point out of this. And between that and Dara Burns missing the first half, they'll really feel like they've left a couple of points behind, plus the kind of needless red card. Honan does get his head on that one. Header forward from Keane Byrne, and Bowes are now playing like they don't have the extra man anymore. Byrne gets the head on it, and Grieve has a chance, and look, Derek Penn just telling him to calm down, kind of lifts it forward, and Piszczek comes across and does well, Piszczek, to just pin Rovers back, and hopefully from their perspective, Bowes will going to pin them back here now. Reynolds is seeking clarification on the watch from the fourth official. Rovers might have just one more chance. Lopez lifts it forward. Keane Byrne wants it, calls it, heads it. It's not his greatest header, but it does go out of play. Bowes appealing for the full-time whistle from Paul McLaughlin. He's impervious to it. Stephen O'Donnell's shown him a stopwatch.
He's showing Rob Harvey the stopwatch.
And Sean Hoare has come all the way across here to take a long throw in. The old triangles being sung around Dalymount Park, but it might be premature because these throws have caused all sorts of problems since Graham Burke was doing them in the first half, and Rovers really will feel like they have done enough to get a point out of this, but it would be cruel on Bowes at this stage now. Piszczek. No, instead it's Keane Byrne, and it's all over here at Dalymount. Relief for Bowes, celebrations all around the old stadium. It's Bowes' second win in 16. They've been waiting a long time since May for a league win. It's come against their most bitter opponents. It's Filip Piszczek's second half goal that earns them the 3 points. Rovers are complaining furiously to the referee, Sean Hoare. I'm not really sure what that's about, but they had their chances. They didn't take them to champions, and maybe that sums up their season, Alan. But a cracking first half. It wasn't a great second, but an important 3 points for Bowes.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, Rory, just the importance from Bohemians' point of view. I felt it was a much bigger 3 points for them than it was Shamrock Rovers. Obviously, the run of form that we know they've been on, and is it their first league win in 16 games, so it was imperative that they got the 3 points here today. The fact that it's against your bitter rivals, of course, it makes it all the sweeter, but it was just so important that they got that monkey off their back.